These are my goals for 2026 as a self-published fantasy author. So before we start, my name is Callum Rushworth, I live in the UK, and I am a self-published fantasy author. Self-published, indie, use those two words interchangeably. All that means is I release my books without a literary agent and without a publisher. I went through Amazon KDP, I formatted my manuscript in the way that they needed it to, I uploaded it, I worked with a cover designer, got a professional looking cover and released it out into the world to roaring success. My debut novel, The Summoner, came out in June of 2025, and my action adventure fantasy novella, The Last True Dagger Dancer of Nardus, I released in October of 2025. Before we go any further, I would absolutely love it if you would like this video and potentially subscribe to me, because for every new subscriber I get, I do a happy dance. So if you want to see me rocking around the world, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you. My first goal for 2026, which isn't related to any of my books, is to post more consistently on YouTube. I want to build this channel. I want to build a community of people who are interested in either becoming a self-published author or following along with self-published authors or are self-published authors and want to see how their colleagues are doing. I'm going to try to post at least monthly, if not more than that, following my journey as a writer, trying different writers' writing routines such as Stephen King. I'm going to post things such as my goals and check-ins on those goals to try and keep myself accountable. I'm going to be sharing how I'm performing as a self-published author, because I know all you nosy people out there are really interested in that, because I watch all those videos as well. And I'm also going to try to post a series of self-publish a book with me. So I'm going to have regular check-ins of where I am with book 2, what I'm currently doing, how I'm doing it, and how I'm going about publishing it, the second book in my series. Okay, let's move on to the goals that I've set for my books. I've split my main goals for 2026 into 3 tiers. What are those tiers, I hear you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. The first tier revolves around the books themselves. What does that mean? That means it's going to revolve around actually how many books have I sold. I've got this set up in 3 difficulty levels: easy, medium and hard. So the easy difficulty goal would be to publish the second book in my series, The Darkworn Chronicles, and to publish another novella set in the same world. Why have I said that's easy? Is because I am the only factor that affects that. I just need to write those books. If I can write, then they'll come out, and that's why I'm saying it's easy. You'll see why when I go into medium. So, medium for the books themselves is revolving around actually how many have I sold. I would like to achieve 5,000 total sales across all platforms, across all books. I'm currently sitting at just over 1,000, which means I need to quadruple the number of sales that I've made, but I've sold just over 1,000 in the first 6 months. So I would have been on track for 2,000 sales, and I'm hoping that with another 2 books to come out, a growing community, a growing following, I might be able to actually increase the total number of sales per day, and that would be 5,000. 5,000 sales is actually quite a lot. It averages out at about 14 a day. But if I can have some successful live streams on TikTok, I've hit that before. My record so far for TikTok is 21 books sold in an evening. I would need to do that every single day of the year. But if I can grow the community, improve the way that my ads work, I should be able to increase the conversion and then hopefully reach somewhere about 10 books sold a day. That is the dream. And because you've always got to have a hard goal, something to aspire for, something to really push yourself to achieve, my hard goal for the books themselves for 2026 is to achieve 10,000 total sales across the year, across all books, across all platforms. Yeah, that's quite difficult. I'm not confident I'm going to achieve that. I don't think I'll get anywhere close, but I've written it down and I'm going to try to, and I'm going to hold myself accountable and say this is where I am trying to get to, because if I can hit 10,000 copies sold, that's a massive achievement, especially as a self-published author. So they are the 3 tiers of difficulty: easy, medium and hard, within the first theme of my goals for the year, the books themselves. Publish both of my new books and either achieve 5,000 or 10,000 total sales. We'll see how we do. I'm going to keep myself accountable, and I will be posting on here with sort of like monthly check-ins as to where I am with these goals. So feel free to stick around and you will find out as I go along. The next 2 themes to my goals for 2026 are what people will consider vanity metrics. What are vanity metrics? Vanity metrics are things that don't directly impact the number of sales that you are getting. They may indirectly affect it, but they're not directly affecting it. They are not people clicking a button and buying your book, and therefore they are called vanity metrics. The first of those said vanity metrics is social media following. I want to grow my community, I want to grow my following and expand my reach through that way. What are my goals for that? So again, easy, medium and hard. I want to achieve a follower count on TikTok of 10,000 followers. The reason why this is called the easy part is because I am already at 8,500 followers. So I'm hoping I can gain 1,500 followers over 12 months. That's the goal. I'm hoping I'm going to get there. We'll see if I do. I would also like to reach 200 followers on Facebook and on Instagram. You can see the disparity between TikTok, Facebook and Instagram. They are also directly correlated to how much I post. I post so much more on TikTok than I do on Instagram and Facebook, and therefore more of my followers are over on the Brainrot app and not on the Meta apps. As an aside, I would also love to reach 100 subscribers on YouTube by the same point. That would have grown my channel by 10 times, which is phenomenal. So that's the goal. We'll see if we get there. The challenging element to this would be to reach 20,000 TikTok followers. That is a monumentally large following. Like, that's almost incomprehensible about how many people are actually following and ready to watch my videos. That's mad. I would also like to reach 500 followers on both Facebook and on Instagram. It's much harder, or so it seems, to gain followers on places like Instagram and on Facebook, but I'm going to try. I'm going to post more frequently, I'm going to post more consistently, and we'll see whether I can build the community on those apps as well. If we're trying to reach 500 across everything, why not try and reach 500 subscribers? If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, you could be one of said 500, so please click that button and you're helping me already. Okay, and this is the Thanos level difficulty of social media. I want to reach 50,000 TikTok followers. Yeah, I'm not going to, but again, I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to post daily. I'm going to try to keep advertising my book, advertising myself, building my brand, and hopefully we will reach 50,000 followers. And then on the other apps, I would like to reach 1,000 followers. So on Facebook, on Instagram, and why not on YouTube? Let's reach 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 people, that is the goal. That is a large number of people that have chosen to follow me, especially on somewhere like Facebook, Instagram, or especially YouTube, where you don't have to subscribe to people. It's a lot less common for you to click that button. I post a lot less frequently. I post more longer form stuff, so it's not that brain rot, it's not that instant catch. Hopefully, I will have enticed enough of you to want to follow along for the ride, follow my journey as a self-published author. 1,000 followers, that's the goal. So we have done the books themselves, and we've done the very first vanity metric, being social media. We've even gone to Thanos level difficulty. Look where that's brought you, back to me. The second vanity metric, which I guess isn't necessarily quite a vanity metric, but it fits the bill, and that is social proof. Social proof in terms of a book is how many reviews do you have? So when people are scrolling, they're scrolling. If you see 2 books on your Kindle library or on the Amazon page or wherever you buy books, and they both look pretty good, one of them has 5,000 reviews, the other has 5, which one are you likely to pick up? And it is most likely the 5,000 one. So what I really want to do is I really want to build the number of reviews that I've got on my books, because although they're selling really well and I'm happy with the number of reviews they get, the more reviews they've got, the better, and the more likely other people are to buy them. So I would like to reach a total of 100 reviews across all books that I have. That's what I'm considering an easy goal, because I already have nearly 40 on the Summoner and I have about 20 on Last Judaga Dancer of Nardus in roughly 6 months. So that's 60 overall, which means I just need to get another 40 over the next 12 months and I will have reached that goal. The stretch goal for that is to reach 200 reviews across all books, which is another step up, and if I've got 200 reviews on a individual book, suddenly that's going to start increasing in the rankings. More people that scroll past it are going to think, oh, actually, more people have enjoyed that book, I should give that a try. And I would love to see my book on a bookstore shelf. That's it. I spoke with a local independent bookstore. They're open to stocking a limited stock of my signed copies. I'm going to sign the copies and hand deliver them. So hopefully this is something I will actually be able to achieve in the new year. I will keep you guys updated on that, and you can bet your bottom dollar I will be taking photos the moment they're up on a shelf. And then the really, really hard goal, the bit that I'm going to shoot for the moon for, is to reach a total of 500 reviews across all books. Again, if I could reach 500 reviews on one book, Wow. And I would also like a repeat order from said bookstore. So that would be they sell all the books, they sell well, and they want more. That would be the goal. That's not solely on me, that's on the bookstore themselves selling the books, but hopefully my blurb, the theme of the book, the synopsis is enough, and the fact it's signed is enough to sort of tempt people to take a chance on a relatively unknown author. I say relatively unknown, I'm completely unknown. Let's be fair, this is probably the first time any of you have ever seen my face. Finally, I have one other massive goal for 2026, and that is I have signed up to run the Manchester Marathon in April. I'm doing this on behalf of the British Heart Foundation to try and raise money for such a awesome cause. There is a history of heart problems in my family, and the British Heart Foundation do phenomenal work looking into heart-related diseases. So if you are interested, I do have a GoFundMe set up, and if you want to donate to such an awesome charity, then please feel free. If you're still sticking around, I'm going to use this opportunity to pitch both my books to you. This will take less than 2 minutes, so make yourself a cup of tea, get set down, and get ready. If you're not interested, there's a big cross button. I think it's up here. Feel free to move on to the next video. My debut novel that came out in June is called The Summoner, and it is an epic fantasy set in a world where magic was once believed to be extinct, but it is now reawakening. And with it reawakening, a dark one is rising, raising with him even darker creatures. It's perfect for lovers of traditional, quest-driven fantasy, so if that sounds like a bit of you, The Summoner. And in October, my action-adventure fantasy novella, The Last True Dagger Dancer of Nardus, came out, and it follows Kiara, who is a dagger dancer, and her magical animal soulbound companion, Ness, who is a golden jaguar, as they battle their way through the deserts of Nardus to decide between joining the order that they've dreamed and trained all their lives to join, and the people that they've sworn to protect. Because at the end of the day, what can 2 daggers do against an empire? That's the premise of both of my books, so if that sounds interesting to you, please check them out. I'm going to try to be more consistent on this app through 2026, so hopefully I will see you again. But as always, please stay safe, happy reading, and I love you all. Bye for now.